Hey guys, Andrew Hill here from Adventure Fishing. For this latest video, I'm going to give you a complete walkthrough on all the gear I use to head out on my adventures. It's going to start with the vehicle I use, to the trailer, and even the Sea-Doos that I'm using currently. So we'll start here with the Isuzu MU-X. This is a 2024 3-litre diesel turbo. The team at Winger, Hyundai and Isuzu put it together for me. It's got big wheels on it, 20-inch alloys with the all-terrain tyres on it, because I do a lot of beach launching and off-road adventures. I've got the Yakima Rod Box up on top. That's where I put all my rods and reels so they don't get damaged to and from my adventures, and allows me more space in the vehicle as well. Looks pretty sharp and black too. Even got the FISHPRO plates on it. When you've got a nice vehicle like this as well, it's pretty important. It's got all leather and everything in it, so I don't particularly want to get the nice seats damaged. So I've got one of my ultimate seat protectors here. This just sits on over the headrest. When I get in and out of the vehicle, you might have a wet backside or something, so you just want to protect the gear. It's got all the bells and whistles though. It's got your touch screen with your Apple Play, all rigged, nice auto as well. 4-wheel drive, high and low, and the gauges up on the dash here. Just like that. Quick and easy, for in case you do get in a situation you need to get out of some trouble. And I'm towing a lot of weight there. This got 3.5 ton towing capacity. That'll be a couple of ton behind me there. So need the right vehicle to get out on the adventures that I enjoy. And I do quite a few miles. Some of the trips I might go to a destination, might do 300-400 Ks one way to get to the location where I want to fish. Heaps of boot space as well. It's a 7-seater, so it's the type of space I need for my adventures. I take a lot of gear with me in here. Normally got a big chili bin in the back here, or otherwise, what we're not talking Kiwi slang, an ice cooler or esky, what you guys might call it. Got a lot of my clothing in here, my wet weather clothing, which I'm going to run through with you as well. There's obviously my drone, and normally take some scales with me as well, so forth, and a lot of other gear. It's not really packed fully loaded today, because a lot of my gear is already over here on the FISHPROs. How I tow these two Sea-Doos around the country, I've got a single trailer and a tandem trailer, depending on what type of adventures I'm going to do. For today's video, I'm showing you my GFAB tandem, aluminium GFAB trailer, the sports ski tandem. It's got dual axles. It's rollered as well. It's all rollers underneath here. This makes it a lot easier for my launching and retrieving. Often I'm doing all these trips with just two of us for the tandem, so we want it as easy as possible to manhandle and as quick as possible to get them on and off the trailer, because we launch in all types of conditions, sometimes on surf beaches, sometimes on places with minimal water, so you want to do as much as possible to make your trips as easy as possible. As far as the winch goes, for these here, the winch handle just clips in through here, like so, and then when you want to do the other unit over the other side, you just take the handle and fit it in there. Another cool feature with this trailer as well, it's got the lockable storage box here, and I just keep a lot of my important gear in here. I've got a spare wheel, also got my tire pump here. I've got my deflator here as well for my tires in case I get into any trouble with the vehicle on the soft beaches, and I've got a snap strap here, some water, and I throw all my wet weather clothing in here as well at the end of the trip. Just keeps it out of the vehicle, makes it nice and easy, and then you can lock it up as well. It's got a retractable jockey wheel on this side as well, which you definitely need with a big heavy trailer like this for when you are loading it onto your drawbar there. For you guys who are launching, retrieving and towing with your skis on the trailer, always have them tied down here with the load binder straps as well. It's all very well, you've got them secured up the front, but you need it secured all the way around. Just remember to take those off when you're launching. That's that side of it, and I'm sure you'll be excited to see the skis and also what clothes I'm wearing, what fishing gear I use, and even at the end I'll run through one of my favorite knot setups for my soft baiting. Moving on to the next part of my kit here, the weapons that make it all happen for me. This here is the 2024 Sea-Doo FISHPRO Trophy. This is the latest in the FISHPROs. It has the ST3 hull, which is the bigger, more offshore worthy, rough water hull. One of the coolest features that comes with this ST3 hull is the easy access under handlebar storage. As far as a fisherman goes, when you're out there fishing, you want to get all your fishing gear, you want to be able to grab it easily. So just putting your hands in here, grabbing things as you need them is super convenient and way easier than the old days that we used to do it, where we had to reach over awkwardly right over the front of the handlebars and not being able to grab the things that you actually want and everything just being a mess in there. So that is just one super handy feature. The Trophy is powered by a 1630cc 170 horsepower Rotax engine. It's got closed loop cooling, it's naturally aspirated, and one of the benefits with the naturally aspirated, it has 160 k's approximate range, which is about 100 miles for those using Imperial. Got a 70 litre fuel tank, I think that's 18.5 gallons, and plenty of fuel to do my adventures. I can spend a good day on the water getting me out there hunting for what I'm after. Cool feature as well is it has easy access fuel filling as well. So if you have a look under here, with the 70 litre fuel tank, it's filled right through here, nice and easy through here. If you do have an overflow, it's got spillage area here as well. And if you need to refill on the water, you take the optional fuel caddy. It's an extra 15 litres that sits on the back here and attaches nice and easily into those link attachments, which I'll show you later on this walk around. Next thing's what we've got on it. It's so feature rich. I'm just gonna have to get myself together to show you all these cool things about it. First things I noticed straight away there, the palm grip, handle grips there. When you're doing long rides and that, you can often get a little bit of pain here through your wrists, and that just takes a lot of the impact out of your hard water riding, okay? So really nice feature to have. And also you can add from BRP Sea-Doo, they do heated handlebar grips as well, for those who are feeling the temperatures a bit more. Fortunately in New Zealand it doesn't get too cold, like probably the coldest we get out on the water might be 5 degrees Celsius through the winter. You've got rod holder tubes come with the FISHPRO Trophy. You get 5 with it. You can remove them nice and easily and refit them wherever you like on the unit. When you're out on the water, you also got to keep hydrated, so it's quite handy with the BRP cup holder here. It's interchangeable through the LinQ system here. You can click it on the various mounting points around the ski, and also that does well as a bottle holder as well. You'll notice too that there is a anchor system as well, more for your shallow water fishermen here. It's really well set up here. It's in its own casing, grapnel anchor there. So if you're doing some shallow water fishing, you want to get a fixed position, try using that. We've got the convenience of glove box storage here with a watertight compartment for my phone and USB port as well if you need to charge your phone. Here's my lanyard, put it on there, and with the tech pack from BRP you get this coloured display with distance to empty, heaps of cool features on it there for your fuel economy and things like this. Then you've got your 7-inch touchscreen Garmin navigation fish finder. You can see I've got the detailed charts on here on this Garmin unit. When you buy your FISHPRO, you get a token. Down here is your own unique code to download detailed maps for on your Garmin unit there, so you can navigate for your region of where you want to go. If you find it too challenging to download the maps, you can purchase a separate SD card to go in there for your local area, and that will give you the mapping you need for your area. If you want to mark a spot when you're out there fishing, you hold down that button and it'll mark the location where you spotted some fish. If you're ever confused, you just go back and you can just go to where you started and have full screen. You can preset screens with split screen, where you can have your mapping on one side and your depth sounder on the other side. You can also preset buttons along here. You can use this as a touch screen to go full screen. If you get confused, you just easily go back to the main menus. You can make adjustments through the menu here, do setup, you can set waypoints, you can save tracks, you can delete tracks. There's a lot of functionality on this, play around with it. And also, if you want to release the unit for security, you can take the whole unit off like so. Clips back on rather than having to use the knobs on the side. So with your Garmin unit, you've got an in-hull transducer mounted internally inside the hull. It's a GT15. Got it on chirp. You'll be able to read sort of anywhere up to about 400 meters for a bottom reading. Obviously a little bit shallower, you're going to get a lot clearer fish sign signal. But to be honest, most of us who are out there fishing on these types of crafts, fishing sort of 50 meters to up to a couple of 100 meters max for the more adventurous guys out there. So it's an absolute fishing weapon. More cool features with the FISHPRO. We've got IDF, intelligent debri-free system. If you suck up, have a mishap, have a bit of seaweed or plastic bag or something go up through your intake, if you use this system here, you follow the steps on your display, it'll actually release the issue that you have and get you back mobile on the water, which has helped me out a couple of times over the last couple of years. So very convenient feature to have for us fishermen, because you never know when it's going to happen. If you're going out in estuary or some shallow water area, there is a likely chance with the power of the jet pump that you can suck something up there. Also, you've got IBR, which is the intelligent brake reverse system. You've got two triggers up here. The one on the right is your acceleration, the one on your left is your brake. If you've got the engine running and you hold this in, you can go in reverse and then also brake. And you can also accelerate at the same time as you're reversing. Super cool feature. And then you've got your lift up handlebars here to adjust it, to customize to what you like for your riding position. Another useful feature with FISHPRO, it has slow mode, which is really useful for trolling. The slow mode, activated by this button here, will allow you to troll lures and change the increments of speed with 9 different points and allow you to tow at the desired speed for your target species fish. With the FISHPRO, the seat itself is a flat seat. You've got a strap here for your passengers, flat all the way along here, so you can slide your backside all the way along and not be fixed in any particular position when you're out there fishing. And as far as the footrests go, they're very convenient when you're playing fish, because you'll often want to put your strength in when you're playing the fish and use that as leverage. Okay, so really handy luxury to have. You'll notice with the tech package, it also comes with a BRP premium audio system here. It's pretty cool. I never thought for my fishing I'd be actually after music out on the water, but it's so easy to set up. And when you're doing long rides, it's nice to have a bit of background music when you're cruising along. Typically how I do it is I just go to my Spotify once it's synced into the dash there, and I can control it up on the handlebars, the volume, and see on the dash as well what music I want to listen to. It's especially handy with my daughter out there. She absolutely loves the music. Only unfortunate thing is I have to listen to her playlist. So here we go, we're going to the next part, eh? Very popular feature for you lake fishermen and relaxing type of fishing people. There is the swivel seat. So this is the riser for the swivel seat. We're going to release the back seat, locate the riser in there, use the existing modular seat, and then also up the front here you have the backrest, and it's all assembled. Your fisherman's seat swivels around. Caught a few fish off this position. It's a lot of fun, and also gives you a bit more room to stretch your legs. You're a little bit better viewing position as well. You got a bit more sighting on the water, and on those nice days it's a good way to spend your day out there fishing. It's not something I use every day, but my daughter, if she had her way, once again, she'd be out there every day fishing on this. A fuel caddy, which I showed you briefly before, it's attached through here, through the LinQ system, pops out. As you can see, it's pretty heavy, it's full of fuel. Then it gives me the opportunity to show you how the LinQ attachment points work. With the ST3 hull, you have an extended rear deck here. This is an extra 30 centimeters long. And what you gain from this, it's a bigger swimming platform, as well as you have 2 pairs of these LinQ systems here. And as you can see, the LinQ Cooler, it's a 51 litre LinQ Cooler, is actually mounted on the rear points. But if I come around here, you have the attachment points. This is just a really cool, innovative design from BRP. Click those in like that. And that is how easy the whole unit releases. I can completely forward, like so. Locking them in. That one's in. Look at that, all locked in. Then I can pull them back out. Fair bit of gear in it at the moment, and lock them back in like so. And you can interchange that around, whether you have the cooler in the front position and the fuel caddy in the back position, and you can get other BRP connection points to go onto that as well. There's storage bags, there's all types of things available. Now another feature with the Trophy, Livewell System. Pretty easy to plumb in. You can also use it as a wash down system as well. So if you're using it like this, you can wash it down once it's in the water. It has a switch that activates the pump up here. It could be in the on position or an intermittent position to go every 30 seconds. This here will fill via this connection point here, fill your cooler up, and then it also has an overflow on the other side that comes out here. And I'll show you inside the cooler, the water, once it gets up to this point here, it'll overflow out the cooler. And you'll notice on the LinQ Cooler as well, it has a measure for your fish up along the top here in inches and in centimeters, for depending on what part of the world you're in. These units are used all over the world. People are fishing all different areas for them. Some people fishing shallow water, some people fishing for game fish. Whatever you're into, you can create your own adventures. I carry a lot of my fishing tackle in here as well. More the dirty stuff that I don't want to put up the front hatch. Also keep in mind as well, with all this tech on this unit here, you've got the cool color display, you've got the fish finder, you've got the audio system, you've got the Livewell system. With all these electronics here, definitely need some extra battery power. It's got an advanced battery system in the Trophy. It's a larger charging output than the typical FISHPRO. It's got 650 watt charging output, and it's got a second battery mounted down in the rear corner of the Trophy. As far as all the features on the FISHPRO Trophy itself, that's pretty much most of it covered. So now we're going to walk through and I'll show you a few of the add-on accessories that I do as part of my Signature Series products. We'll start up the front here. So this is the ultimate ST3 Front Mount. It mounts very easily onto any of the ST3 hole FISHPROs, just through these factory 2 screws here. Literally takes less than a minute to mount this aluminium plate on here, which has a RailBlaza starport on here, which is simple as that. Once you take that off, you can mount whatever you like in there. Locks in, nice and secure. I can take out the navigation light and fit a GoPro in there. Easy as that. And change it around into a different direction, like so. And use any other of the accessories that you can get from RailBlaza in there. Some of the best perspective shots I've got from my adventures have come from that position there. Next, another popular accessory that I offer is the ultimate LinQ Accessory rack here. It's got a drink bottle holder. It mounts onto the factory screws on the LinQ Cooler. I can carry an Icky in it, and I've also got a starport on it as well. And the beauty of having these starports at a heavy duty position is that I can mount a bigger weighted pole on there as well. So for example here, another way I get some of my particularly good shots from my videos is from this perspective here. So I can have this pole out the side here, and it gives the whole view of the unit here and shows you a little bit more of what I'm doing out there. And I notice a lot of people buy these through my website, so they've been obviously capturing their own video adventures and sharing them with their friends, which is what it's all about. That's where it all started for me. Next, another perspective and a little bit of a cheaper solution as well for people. I have another GoPro mount up here, or otherwise you can use it as a rear light pole for a white all-round light. This is the ultimate rear LinQ mount here, and this one also uses the factory screw positions, has a RailBlaza starport here, and I've got it on the 40cm extension with the R-lock swivel mount here, so I can adjust it around to whatever position I want and rotate it, so forth like that. So there's a solution for everybody for how you want to capture your adventures. And you'll notice here too the convenience with these rod holder attachments here on the LinQ Cooler. You can move them and reposition them to wherever you want here. They lock in pretty good once they're on, so excuse me here. I'll go around the back here, and if I wanted to put my rod on the back here, just like so. As far as fishing gear, I try to keep it simple. It's important not to get too much clutter out there, so I find 2 to 3 fishing rods on the back here is manageable. There's no point in overcomplicating it. So I've got one of my soft bait sets here, the Daiwa Revelry 4000 here. It's a good go-to set of mine. When you've spent that much money on nice gear, you definitely want to cover it up. So we've got the ultimate reel covers here, which are a hugely popular item that I've been doing for over 10 years in my product range. They're durable, they don't hold water, and they keep the salt water off your precious gear. They Velcro on like so. Got a clip down the bottom on the FISHPRO version that I do, and that stops the rod and reel from falling out of the rod holder tube as well while you're riding. They come in orange, black or blue, so colour choice whatever suits you. Protect your gear, make it last, make it more enjoyable to use while you're out on the water. You'll see also here I've got a net, rubber net, that'll hold a fish over 20 pound too, so don't think it's too small for you. We've got some pretty decent fish in these nets over the years. Also got a net cord here as well that there connects on there, stops them from bouncing out. You got to think of everything when you're out there in this environment. When we get to and from our spots, we're riding hard, we're enjoying ourselves, we're doing a little bit of wave jumping along the way and so forth. So make the most of it. Don't have to worry about your gear on the back falling off. Also, I've got a gaff here as well, and that there's secured in there so it doesn't fall out. Just got to think outside the square and just make sure you've got a plan for everything. Next, we're going to move on to the clothing. That's a pretty important part of your kit, and if you don't dress up appropriately, you won't stay out on the water as long as you want to, so you can enjoy it.